that's the kind of thing that will cause. It needs to stop. The whole stupid anti-Russia shit needs to stop. It just needs to stop. It's so stupid and futile, and they're gonna win anyway. But I mean, just because I know that doesn't mean that we can't get screwed, right? It that insight that I'm sharing does not mean oh, so we have to give it everything we got. No, even with that, in all scenarios, you're just not gonna win. It's done. You can't win from reality. Reality always wins. Right? And I don't have all these maniacs out there with their insane obsessions just trash and sacrifice everything just to try to fulfill their insane, impossible dream. It's so sick. I'm so done with it. It's been going on for so long, and even people in my youth were acting like that, and it's just I can't handle it. It pisses me off so much. Okay, so you people are you this stupid with everything? So if you saw these commissars, if they saw Lord of the Rings and they saw the second part with King Theoden being all bespelled by Wormtongue, would they think Wormtongue is actually the good guy? Don't they just see no, he's making really stupid mistakes because he's being misled? Can those people understand that? Or are they really obsessed baltards, but with their crazy political convictions? Totally delusional, and they just can't even see any logic that would prove that what they're doing is futile. Are they just blinded to that sort of information? Are they that obsessed? And then, my great question always has been, why? Why? Why are all these people so freaking obsessed with annihilating Russia? I don't get it. I mean, I get it a little bit. I've lived through some of the tail ends, but at a distance through media, what communist Russia was which is not a good thing. They did terrible things, and they kind of admit it. Being more honest about it now. But it's not like that anymore. It's not those people. You can't have revenge on somebody else over what somebody did. That's just insane. And it can't be that. Is it just a rich man's greed dream or something that makes them so obsessed? Because I mean, theoretically, if they caught this giant mountain full of gold, the Lonely Mountain in The Hobbit, right? Sort of. So it's but I mean that can't be just it. I mean, there is so many riches everywhere. It can't just be about that. There's something weird going on. It's anti-Russia obsession. And now with the Ukrainian guys, I get it more, because it's such a direct conflict and shit in the past, and they have a literal indoctrination culture onto them, so they're like more directly spelled. Like it's more logical. It's not good, but it's like more, I can understand that better. But with people in the West and these commissars taking over Europe, I just don't get it. Anyway, hey Borders boy, good to see you. Yes, Borders boy, that's right. Putin did indeed like take care of the oligarchy in ways. Give me half. But I mean, it's not like give him personally. It's not like Putin is personally like super rich or anything. Well, he is probably rich. But I mean, it's not like just fill my pockets. It's like, no, he demanded that it would be basically handed over to the state. So his overall tactic in managing the wealth is like, if you get really wealthy, like you basically, like the money just becomes like a part of the state in a way. Like if you become really healthy, you become an influence, and then you have to basically work for the state because of the wealth. I mean, it is actually really sensible. In a weird and funny, ironic way, it is actually one of the things that communist ideology says that it will do. But then in reality, in most communist revolutions, it actually never happens. It's those rich assholes that organize it, and all they do is like just take down their like personal rivals. Other rich people that are their personal rivals, and they just use the communists to take them out. Like that's what they usually do. But Putin actually really, like, in the interest of the state, did it differently. It was like a new direction of communism, and it's not really, yeah, it's really nationalist more than it is communist in a way. And yeah, it's not the American way, I totally get that, but I mean, it needs to deal with its own damn corruption before it starts whining about Russia. Right? And I mean, of course, Trump right now at least seems to be doing that with his team and all that. Things are exposed, even though there doesn't seem to be anybody getting arrested yet. But I mean, this measure, Borders Boy, and thanks for bringing it up, it's a good point, right? Never said Putin is perfect because of how he did it, but I mean, it works though, doing that. It has helped to secure the nation and to prevent, well, basically more revolutionaries from being organized like Soros does. Right? Putin basically invented going after non-governmental organizations. Like, he started doing that in a direct response onto that policy, and that has really worked in ways in Europe. Like, people are envious of that. They're like, oh, damn it, why can't we have these frickin' organizations just shut down and kicked out? just parasiting and just inserting lots of mind control, playing political games against the interests of the nation. Right, so there is a point to doing that. Like when somebody gets really rich doing business in a nation, then eventually, like, that wealth is of the nation. Actually, it's like under your control as a businessman or whatever. But I mean, you made that of the nation, and you can't then just spend it against national interest, right? I mean, that is a logical way to view it. So, yeah. Right? And besides, tons and tons of oligarchs around the world conspire together against people and nations. Like, they do that. Some of them literally brag about it. So taking that into account, historical, fact-based situations with oligarchs everywhere, all over the world, like, they conspire together, they follow the same type of systems, and like admittedly designed to basically take control away from the people in a nation to them and give it to themselves, like to maneuver things that they get more control with their money influence that they literally made off those people. Like when you have plans and systems that are in place and you hang around with those people, it's not unreasonable to assume that that is what you're going to attempt to do with it. So to have a more direct national influence and just say like, hey, you made this money here with that and that, you can't do certain things with it. Or like you have to like invest back into the nation a certain percentage, right? Just a direction to make it from being a position of just gleefully having all this financial power towards, no, you actually have responsibility to manage these finances that you got out of the nation. It puts a different perspective on it too. And in a way, I think that also it stabilizes the value of the currency. But I'm not sure about that part. I'm not a real economist, like a specialized economist, so I'm not sure. But like intuitively, that is what it feels like that could have. That influence, a stabilizing influence. But maybe it doesn't. I don't know. All right. So yeah, there you go. Addressing that. Thanks for asking or bringing that up, Borders Boy. It's a good point. And now I have this vision, which is, I mean, it is probably imaginary. Like, what if other big nations just start to do the same thing as Putin? And then I always had this dream, and I mean, I don't know if it's ever gonna happen. It's starting to look more like just a dream. That nations around the world like figure out nationalism, at least the spirit of it, and all just realize this conspiracy by people, by big oligarchs. Like, they're doing that. Something must be done to make that stop. Like, the banking system universally, in a way, like, all of it has become problematic. Why? Because of the sheer amount of gathered wealth universally, right? Over time, more wealth actually gathers. More is dug up, more is made. And yeah, shit gets destroyed too, but I mean, the mining keeps going everywhere. And so there's just more wealth gathering. All the weight of that, not literally, but spiritually, also gathers on those that manage the finances, which would effectively be bankers and oligarchs. And they must have a corrupting influence, and there needs to be a recognition of that and proper safeguards. And I think that to change the perspective on what large amounts of wealth really is would be helpful. To just realize, like, if you're going to make a lot of money off a group of people, you are spiritually, I don't know how else to say it right now, responsible to reinvest it in those from where you got it. Right? That you don't just take it away from them and then leave them with nothing. Or invest it in a way that's really detrimental for them. Like meritocracy directives for oligarchy as an alternative for their crazy devil-worshipping, power-hungry obsessions and conspiracies. Because that is what has been going around for a long time. I mean, it's almost common knowledge, and like it gets snuffed out and replaced and snowed under, like, by media and like, ooh, fact checkers, blah blah blah. But even before the internet age, like, people kind of knew. Because, like, these crazy devil bankers, the thing about them is they don't really hide it. They're kind of, like, proud to be evil, a lot of them. And they only hold it back when they're afraid it might have consequences. Right? So, there has been a problem with bankers. Which is, like, just because of the influence of the money power and all that, like what it does to people, what starts to happen to their spirit, how they start to think, and the overall risk of, like, getting informed and together with others to then start conspiring. Like, it's a natural risk in a way. And that corruption influence has been getting worse and worse over the centuries. And, like, people in the past, like, let's just say the founding fathers or presidents of the US, like, they were abundantly aware of it. Because even back then it was already, like, really influential. And being used against the interests of the people. And it was, like, starting to really stand out. The robber barons. And before all that, even back to supposed medieval times with just bankers and gold runs, that bankers started to just scam people with it, and then people figure it out and then bank run it, and then those bankers got killed. So how do you then tackle this corrupting influence? Well, at least Putin and his team did something. basically having a policy, nationalize big wealth. Right, and now if I was like, oh, I'm getting richer and richer, yeah, then I wouldn't really look forward to that. If you were really like a wealth hunter, a gatherer, hard worker, all that, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna be rich one day, yeah, then you wouldn't like that idea, probably. Because you worked so hard for it, right? I get it. But I mean, you should know that if there's nothing like that ever kept in check, then there will also be other people working very hard and feverishly, but with obsessions to literally then use the money power to destroy everybody. Are you just comfortable with that going on unchecked every time? Look at the world right now. It's because of that we're all in this position. Like, they used all this money power to just fund their bureaucracies that take their places and just keep the power to themselves, like against the will of the people. They're doing it everywhere. It's because of finance, because they can afford to do that. They're being financially kept alive despite the financially detrimental influences that they have. And that is like what feudalists do. They take all the wealth, then they sit on the wealth, let everybody starve. And abuse the desperate. That's feudalism. That's what that is. And it works because they can just sit on the money. And take it from people. Right. Anyway, it is, finances like this, it's complicated. Not my specialty. But yeah, I hope that my explanations here helped with the insights. Let me know, Borders Boy, if anything that I said made sense to you or not. Yeah, let's try a tile like this. Right? Interesting topic. Thanks. Interesting question. I mean, it's good that you brought it up, right? That this is how my show works. Right? Bring a good question, you get a detailed, elaborate answer. That's how I work. I'm just glad that you're using my abilities. Right, so now it's in the title. Oh, trigger. Putin's method, nationalize wealth to safeguard against anti-national conspiracy. Right, and it's not saying like, oh, he did a good thing, oh, he did a bad thing. It's just, I'm so sick of like even judgments these days when it concerns like nations. I've become abundantly pragmatic in my views because it always gets messy. Like every state affair just gets messy. If it's not because of like how they implement policy, then it's gonna be the opposition that will get messy and just try to force messiness. It's always a shit fest every fucking time, every situation, everywhere, always. Like, I've just become more interested in good results. And I mean, Putin's method has literally paid off for that nation. And I mean, just, he's quite popular. And I mean, yeah, it's not perfect. And of course, there's going to be tons of people that have a lot of complaints. We'll always have those. But I mean, Russia is faring well, like even in all this war situation. And they have good morale. There's no division. Because everybody in Russia that involved in state affairs, like they're all in one direction, like the interest of the nation, the interest of the people. And that is their directive, and because they're all aligned, it works. They have like one national spirit, and it's very strong. And I admire that. Just be quite frank about it. I do. Even though in many ways, like Russians in many ways are like culturally alien to me. Like I don't get it. There's lots of things about him I don't get. But that aspect, like, you know, they got that right. They got it way better than what's left in Europe. Like, compared to Russia, Europe has like really dilapidated in a lot of ways, not just health-wise, also spiritual-wise. Like, dilapidation also means you don't really know what's really important anymore. You start to lose track of what's real. And that has just generally happened to a lot of people in Europe and the United States. Right, and it is methodical. It has happened through media and national policy influences that people have become like that. It is effectively on purpose. And, well, Putin's method has helped to prevent that from happening in Russia, and that's why they are doing great, and we are not. Anyway, hope everybody appreciates the show so far. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you are. Maybe add to a question. I mean, add a question about the topic or follow up, or maybe you're like, no, he's totally wrong. See, we didn't do that, and we're doing way better. We're very spiritually advanced and don't have any degenerates at all. But somehow I doubt that people are actually gonna attempt to tell me something like that, because it's just blatantly obvious that that's bullshit. Overall dilapidation and degeneration of the West is like blatantly obvious. Right, anyhow, hope everybody's enjoying the show. Don't forget to Rogan's it up, and I could really use the support. I got extra bills this month, and it's I'm just gonna enjoy the day. It's a beautiful day, and I'm gonna enjoy it. Not just think of, ooh, financial ruin right around the corner. Financial ruin. Just not gonna think about it. Thinking about it won't make it go away. I mean, getting a job might, but I mean, will it even? I don't even know. I don't even know if that actually works. I mean, everybody here suggests, like, if you just get a job, then you could make more money. Like, oh, but do you actually then have more money? Is that real? Or will I also have way more expenditures and then end up with less money, right? That's always the question. That's why I'm not been like, okay, this has to be over. I'm going to get that. I'm going to get some kind of job somehow immediately, because there is like an immediate advantage. Is there? Is it actually advantageous for me to do that? I don't know. I have doubts. But I mean, I'm gonna try, because my current setup doesn't seem to be working all that well. Financially, that is. I'm barely holding on here. And it's been like this for a while, for years, arguably. Right. Oh, Jesus. Oh, also apparently Klaus Schwab just stepped down from the WEF. I don't really know what that even means, really. It's just some figurehead anyway. Weirdo. Right. Okay, I guess that's it for now. The intro talk. Any more comments would be great. I got a total of 3 sentences in my chat today. It's not a lot to work with. I mean, I appreciate what's there. Right, this is partially why my show is just not working well, because I mean, I keep kicking trolls out of the chat, and that's fine. I mean, I can deal with that. It's been happening for years, almost half a decade. But then people that aren't trolls not talking in the chat, that is the thing that is truly ruining this show. It is. It's ruining the show. It is causing my show to be shorter. And you can't just blame, oh, but you kick everybody out. Yeah, I kick fucking trolls out and obvious infiltrating people. Yeah? Don't fucking gaslight me with that bullshit. This doesn't work. Right? And even in the past, years ago, there's always been periods, like a month or something, or weeks, where just almost nobody showed up in the chat back then. And it was frustrating. I got way more frustrated back then about it. Now I just know, like, oh, it just happens. But unfortunately, it's kind of the majority of the times now. And that part, that's something I can't deal with. Right? So all these people that are still enjoying my show, I mean, I appreciate that, but most of the times it's just me talking, like with Borders Boy or something, with one other person, maybe 2 up to 3, and that's it now. Right, and all these fucking psychopaths, cyber-stalking faggots. I just never leave it alone. They always want whatever, and it's like, when are you gonna get a hint? You don't influence anything. It's all bullshit. Everything you do is bullshit. You're scum. Cyber goblins. Everybody hates you. Don't you realize that? You do this with your time. Everybody hates that. You probably hate yourself too. I'm sure you can really make it seem like, oh no, you're doing great. Yeah, no, you're not doing great. If this is what you do with your time, you're not doing great. I've never, ever met or even heard about a bully that's actually happy with their own lives. Never. So you don't have to gaslight me on that bullshit. I'm not falling for it. Yeah, I know what that is. Yeah, you're sick and I can't cure you. And I'm not gonna cure you. I only cure people that I resonate with. So yeah, I'm right here. Weather is great out there. Having a discussion, that's all.